A political earthquake has just struck the very heart of Westminster, and the shock waves are spreading with terrifying speed, threatening to tear apart the ancient foundations of the United Kingdom. Just 1 minute ago, explosive confidential details regarding Prime Minister Keir Starmer's House of Lords reform plan were leaked. And believe me, this is not the routine administrative update the mainstream media is trying to lull you to sleep with. This is a declaration of war. A sharpened dagger aimed directly at the heart of the monarchy. And the man standing in the line of fire, the man feeling the heat of this inferno more than anyone else, is none other than Prince William. If you think the reform of the House of Lords is simply about retiring a few elderly peers, you have been completely misled. You are only seeing the tip of the iceberg. What is unfolding behind the closed doors of number 10, Downing Street, is infinitely darker and more complex. According to an extremely high-level internal source, someone who has risked their entire career to smuggle these documents out, Starmer's plan does not stop at removing hereditary peers. That is merely a smoke screen. The true objective, the ultimate ambition, cleverly concealed behind buzzwords like democracy and modernization, is to isolate the royal family, strip the king of his authority, and render Prince William a puppet king before he even has the chance to touch the crown. Look at what is happening right now. Westminster is in chaos. The red secure lines are ringing off the hook. Government limousines are speeding through the darkness. Why is there such panic? Because this leaked draft contains a deadly clause that no one dared to publish. It is not just a personnel change. It is a radical surgery designed to sever the sacred constitutional link between Parliament and the Crown, a bond that has held firm for over 800 years. Starmer, with the cold precision of a ruthless lawyer, understands better than anyone, if the House of Lords falls, the final shield protecting the monarchy from the onslaught of radical political forces will vanish into thin air. Prince William, who always maintains a composed exterior in public, is reported to have been incandescent with rage during a secret crisis meeting at Kensington Palace this morning. Sources described the atmosphere in the room as colder than ice. William is not naive. He understands perfectly that Starmer's targeting of the aristocratic peers is merely the opening salvo fired at him. Today they evict the title holders from the Lords. Tomorrow, will they evict those living in Buckingham Palace? This is not a rhetorical question. It is an existential threat. And this is what should send a shiver down your spine. Timing. Why now? Why has Starr chosen this precise moment while King Charles is battling serious health issues to launch this lethal attack? Is this the cruel calculation of a politician seeking to strike the final blow while his opponent is at their weakest? Or are there shadowy forces behind Stara, puppet masters who wish to turn Britain into a republic and erase the legacy of Queen Elizabeth entirely? The 50-page leaked document we have obtained reveals shocking details about Phase 2 of the plan. This is not being reported on the BBC. CNN is silent, but we will tell you buried within the text are proposals to review the royal prerogative in the legislative process. A power that, if removed, would leave Prince William as nothing more than an Instagram celebrity with no real power, no voice, and completely helpless against decisions that could tear the Commonwealth apart. Fury is spreading through the aristocracy. One anonymous lord cried out in desperation, "This is treason. They are selling out the country's history for cheap votes." But Starmer does not care. He is betting everything on this hand. He believes the public is tired of the monarchy, and he sees this as his golden opportunity to carve his name in history as the man who finished off the last remnants of the old order. But Starmer has underestimated William. The prince is not one to back down easily. What we are about to witness in the coming hours is not just a political debate. It is the beginning of the most brutal power struggle of the 21st century. William has begun to mobilize his allies. Secret channels between the palace and opposition leaders are burning hot. A counterattack is being plotted. But can William stop Starr's steamroller of reform before it crushes his family's legacy? Or is Britain about to witness the collapse of a dynasty right before our eyes? Do not take your eyes off the screen, because what I am about to reveal in the next part is even more terrifying. We are talking about a blacklist names that Starmer intends to purge without mercy, and you will not believe who is at the very top of that list. The storm is only just beginning. If you thought the initial leak was disturbing, what I am holding in my hands right now will chill you to the bone. We talked about a general reform, but minutes ago, our source inside the Cabinet Office confirmed the existence of a specific document attached to the draft bill. Insiders are calling it the Red File, but let's call it what it really is, a hit list. This is not just about removing the 92 remaining hereditary peers to modernize Parliament. That is the lie they are feeding the public. The truth is far more sinister. We have learned that this list targets specific individuals, lords who have historically acted as the eyes and ears of the monarch within the legislative chamber. These are not just aristocrats. They are the constitutional bridge between the palace and the people. They are the ones who scrutinize laws to ensure they do not strip the king of his remaining prerogatives. By removing them, Starmer is effectively blinding the monarchy. He is cutting the telephone line.